everyone, my name is Victoria and welcome back to my channel. Today we are trying to get zen and relieve each other of our anxiety. During this video, I'm going to try to get rid of my stress and my anxiety while giving you tips to help with your own anxiety. Currently, I should probably be studying for a test, but I am just super worked up and I just need something to calm myself down, and I thought I would paint while giving you guys a bunch of tips that I have learned in my own life how to deal with anxiety. A lot of these things have helped me throughout the years, so I hope that they help you too. So while I'm talking, I'm gonna try and paint a beach. I'm still a beginner. I'm a beginner painter for real. But it's really relaxing, so I thought I would bring out my professional tools. Every professional needs tools that are sturdy and will last a really long time. So I have just the best, the prime tools, a napkin, and an Easter plate. And I have Liquitex acrylic paint. And I have Benici paintbrushes. Alright, so let's get started. So number one for dealing with anxiety is honestly to just be aware that you do have anxiety. And I know it's obvious, you're hyper aware that you have anxiety, but the biggest thing is to recognize it and accept it and then let it pass. This is actually a technique that a lot of people do in meditation, which is up on the list, because the first step to actually being able to control it is to understand why you have it, what's triggering your anxiety, and then you can move on to how to actually deal with it. Is it school that's bothering you? Is it work? Is there someone that you're having issues with? What is it that is causing your anxiety? And be able to picture it in your mind so your brain can recognize it and see that this is a problem. And it takes some practice, but eventually you should be able to recognize what's causing your anxiety and then let it go. Breathe it out. Number two is creating a really calming playlist. I really love lo-fi, I love Ron Pope, anything that makes me feel super vibey and just in the zone. Of course, it depends on what you guys like individually, but I tend to not really like things that are super energizing when I have a lot of anxiety. I want something that's slower. I want something that I can put my emotions into. Just take some time to formulate a playlist on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever you use, and make sure that it contains a lot of music that calms you down, that slows your heart rate. If you haven't yet, I would personally check out the Lo-Fi Radio on YouTube. It's one of my favorite things to listen to when I have anxiety or when I'm even studying, because it doesn't really contain lyrics. It's very slow paced, and yeah, I really just love it. So making a playlist that calms you down and grounds you is key. I also think meditation is really important, and I do not do it enough. Basically, just meditation is anything that you want it to be. Sitting still or laying down and letting your mind clear all thoughts and just being present on earth. Meditation helps me so much because when I have anxiety, I feel like I'm floating all around and I can't stay still, but meditation kind of forces you to center yourself. You can watch YouTube videos on meditation. There are a ton of guided meditations on YouTube that I really like. There are ones that are literally 5 minutes long or an hour long. It completely depends on you. There are also anxiety-focused ones that are meant to relax you. And in meditation, if your anxious thoughts pop up, you're told to be aware of them and let them pass by. Like a cloud. Let it just pass away. One thing that really works for me though is stimulating all of my senses. Taste, touch, all of them. When I'm anxious, I always put out my favorite candle or I eat my favorite warm snack. It seems like as humans, familiarity can reduce our anxiety. So if you take something that is very familiar to you, like your favorite book or movie, and incorporate that into your day, it can really reduce your anxiety a lot. If you're someone who's very physical touch like me, try to incorporate like putting on a lotion that you really like the scent of. And if you have anyone around, like a significant other or a friend, maybe you can even ask them to play with your hair. That's something that really helps my anxiety. Okay, so I'm almost done putting down the basic colors. This is where the clouds are gonna go. I haven't really painted scenery in a long time, so this is essentially like the sand, which there's too much of it right now. This blue water is gonna expand out here, and then the clouds are gonna be like a dark purple, but right now it looks like a basic ass beach. We're gonna add detail, don't worry. I think something a lot of us also have been missing recently is just time outside. Fresh air can make all of the difference, and if you're cooped up inside all day, you can get really stressed out. As humans, we're not really supposed to be inside all day, and you know, this society forces us to do that, and with COVID, it's gotten so much harder. So if you can spend some time outside or even on your porch or balcony getting some fresh air, that can make all of the difference. It also really helps with my headaches. If you get stress headaches, fresh air can definitely help. Not to mention, vitamin D from the sun actually helps with anxiety. I became super vitamin D deficient over quarantine, and it made me really depressed. So if you think that you might be vitamin D deficient, definitely go outside, please, I'm begging you. Going outside makes such a difference to your physical health, as well as your mental health. I also recommend maybe taking a bath or a shower. Showers if you want to be quick, but baths are really awesome because you can put in bath salts, you can put in bath bombs, essential oils, whatever you need. You can also take your time and watch a movie or do something in the bath that takes your mind off of anything anxious. I try to take a bath at least once a week because it's really good downtime. Number 7 is do something artsy. That's obviously what I'm doing now. I think just expressing yourself creatively and getting your emotions out on paper in a creative way can be very soothing. You're putting all of your energy into your hands and away from your mind. But you don't have to just paint. You can knit, you can crochet, you can... what else is there to do? You can write poetry. This is just something that would be most beneficial to creative people because if you have a job, if you go to school, you're probably not getting enough creative juices flowing. You can even sketch, and it honestly doesn't have to be good at all. You don't have to be an artist. It's another form of meditation, really. Art is another form of meditation. So take some time to do whatever you like to do because I don't do enough art. This is my second time painting in several years. So I know that I need to do more art because it's what de-stresses me. It makes me less anxious and it makes me grounded. Number 8 is practice breathing exercises. This has changed my life. There was a time in my life where I had a lot of anxiety attacks. And you know, that happens every couple of years. So I just have a period of a few months that I just so many anxiety attacks. And what comes with that is hyperventilation. So it's really important when your heart rate goes up and you can't breathe and your chest tightens to know how to properly breathe to get back to normal. If you're having an anxiety attack and you need relief now, this is what to do. So breathe in for 5 seconds, hold for 6 seconds, breathe out for 7 seconds. All right, so breathe in. My counting was kind of off, but I do that breathing exercise a lot. And of course, I don't want to forget that there are medicinal things that you can do. And this isn't the catch-all, and you might need to actually see a therapist or a doctor. But if you're struggling with anxiety and you really want relief now, maybe try some herbal teas. Chamomile and lavender are known for being able to reduce anxiety, and it's really easy to make it. It's something that you can get right at the grocery store, and you can have it as much as you want. Obviously not as much as you want because, you know, there's a limit to everything, but you can have it morning and night to bring ease to your mind. I really want to get more into herbalism because it's just so cool what it can do, and I should know more about that for my own sake as well as others. I'd love to one day learn how to make my own teas and maybe even get to selling them, because herbal remedies are so cool and it's an art that we're losing. But if tea sounds like something you'd be into, do your own research with what would be beneficial for anxiety. For example, you probably don't want green tea or black tea because it could have caffeine in it, and caffeine for me makes my anxiety worse, and it might for you. But I'm sure there are a plethora of other herbs that do help that you can make into a tea. Number 10, stretching. Stretching is so good, and you can do it anywhere, and it's good for your body. You know, our bodies hold all of our anxiety and all of our stress. Oftentimes it's up in the shoulder and head area. So taking some time to like stretch and like roll your shoulders back and do some deep stretching, maybe massage out your neck and shoulders a little bit, can release some of that anxiety. The great thing is you can literally do it anywhere. You can do it at your desk at work. Do some body stretches, figure out what really works for you, what makes you feel really good. Follow a YouTube video. There are even books on stretching. You can even look into yoga poses. I don't know too much about them, but I do know that they're, again, for centering yourself. I know how hard it is to go day to day with anxiety, so finding things that can help you throughout your day without having to go out of your way for it is super awesome, and I think that is one that you can do at any time, at any point. Okay, my water is getting really dirty. Somehow it turned into a very cute mint green, but I need to wash this out, so I will be right back. Hi, I'm back. I got a snack. I'm eating mango because fruit is good for you, and mango is my favorite fruit in the world. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that mango is the most popular fruit in the world, and it deserves that recognition. Okay friends, so I'm starting to add a little bit of dimension, but I have like the basics done. I'm probably not gonna finish this, but the clouds are gonna be super pretty. I'm gonna add some pink in there, I'm gonna add some red in there. So I'm gonna go get started on that. Where was I? Yeah, okay. If you just don't feel like being able to handle your anxiety, something you can always do is just go take a nap and reset. I personally can't handle naps because I wake up feeling like I died and came back to life. But if you're a nap person, it can really help with anxiety. You know, our minds can get really overwhelmed if we don't have enough sleep. If you didn't get enough sleep last night, you didn't get the recommended 8 hours or 9 hours or whatever, that can definitely contribute. But if you do have the rest of the day to go and you don't have time to take a nap and you really need to get your anxiety out, you can always work out. It's been proven to help anxiety. If you woke up with anxiety and like you need it out, like go to the gym or do a workout at home, watch a workout video. If I'm very anxious, I prefer high intensity, get my mind completely off of the subject and focused on the pain, the sweat, everything that comes with that. If you hate working out, like the typical going to the gym, whatever, then dance. Put on some music and dance. Because that's the same thing. You're still exercising. Maybe even go on a walk to the park. Or if there's a pool you can go to, swim. Just get your body moving. Number 13 is being able to write down your thoughts. This really does have to do with number 1, which is, you know, being able to understand that you are anxious and accepting that. But writing it down is a whole other step because you've already done that, and then you're putting it on paper and you're able to analyze it further. Much like journaling. Journaling is just gathering your thoughts and remembering this moment so you can go back to understand it better. Write down your emotions, write down what might have triggered the anxiety, write down what has helped with the anxiety, what made it worse. There's also something called like speed writing, I think, where you just open a notebook, you get a pen or pencil, and you just start writing anything and everything. You just have to keep your hand moving, keep writing, and you can find a lot about yourself by doing that if you do that for several minutes or maybe even a half hour straight. It's something that you learn in therapy. So, again, it's one of those things that it's been shown to help, so you might as well try, right? Number 14 is for a few specific people. Some of y'all might not like this, but I put it on the list because I really do. And that is to either listen to ASMR or watch Reiki videos. I don't really understand the science behind it, but they can be so relaxing. They can actually cause this mind tingling or head tingling that a lot of people say is super relaxing. If you're going to bed and you can't sleep, like thoughts are racing, listen to some ASMR. There's like whispering ones and tapping ones. Those are my two favorites. There's also Reiki, which is more of a spiritual cleansing practice, but it's supposed to help with anxiety as well. I'll plug some of my favorite ASMR artists down here. I also made one ASMR video that I will put down there, and I plan on making more. Of course, it's a very niche thing, so you may not like it at all. You may really enjoy it. And lastly, number 15, I found that repeating a mantra is really good for centering your mind. You could also make up your own positive affirmation, something like, I am exactly where I need to be, I am safe right where I am, and repeating that can actually trick your brain into thinking differently. There's so many online, and you can find one exactly as you need it to be, and you can make your own. There's really no rules to positive affirmations. They're just there to help you, and they can come from your own brain. Also, the water is now like a really pretty lavender color. I don't know why this is so amusing. It just is to see all of the colors combined into one pretty color. Alright, well, I'm going to stop here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope that if you're struggling with anxiety, that you can take some of these and implement them into your own life, and I really hope that they help you because these have helped me. If you really enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like down below or a comment. I really love hearing from you guys. And if you want to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get notifications every single time that I post, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye guys!